That he has. How dare he fire at us?
Okay, so.
How dare he do his paid mercenary job?
Same as before, so 1, 2, 3.
They stole Percy.
And wild. That's for later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother rolling the rest of it. He dead.
Yeah, that's 2 pretty high rolls.
He's dead. Okay, so since this gunfight now is pretty much over, Joshua and his men hide behind their trees. Joshua calls out the loudspeaker. Coming out, don't shoot.
Do we have
Fuck
to?
that. Shoot this fucker, dude.
Hit on the drone, on the radius of the drone. Gentleman in the black with the passenger collar. He's the one you're keeping track of.
See him. I have the second drone circling the other men in case they try something.
Alright. Mm-hmm.
Percy, what's your status?
Well, I'm still somewhere in a box in the dark, Mom.
Is there any impending damage or danger that you...
How would I know? I've been disabled.
No, is the temperature getting to critical levels?
Temperature is holding apparently steady, but at a very high temperature. I'm getting a little worried.
We don't need a firefight.
Okay.
Besides, he hasn't done anything technically.
So Joshua walks out. As he's walking by, he's checking the guys you've shot. And you're like, yeah, these are the guys I was after.
Okay, good. Now you can go.
Kind of want her. Says
no, you don't.
Daddy, like I said.
Told you. You can't have her. She's a citizen.
Looks over at the drones. I'll be back.
Yeah, we can just end this right now.
Yeah, I know we could, but then we'd be breaking the law.
Be murdered.
Mm-hmm.
But he just threatened you.
It's a pity you don't have boots.
No, he threatened Bert.
He just said he'll be back. He can be back all he wants. Doesn't matter. There's no extradition treaty with the founding fathers.
Forefathers.
Whatever.
There's a big distinction.
Yeah.
He points towards the burning blaze. I think your metal boy's in there.
Yeah.
We kind of already figured that out.
You know.
Thank you very much.
Why did you just give the witch over to them?
Because we don't hand over citizens. We're
Like
not
you-
like you.
Like you've said 1,000,000 times to him.
Bewitched. He walks away.
And by the way, yeah, low jack that fucking metallic little pain in the ass.
Yeah, we're gonna low jack his ass from now on.
So basically what happened was, their plan was, they were going to keep a couple of sabotage devices on Percy if y'all didn't play ball. And then you threw me a left hook by throwing the mortars in there. And I'm like, I realize it's going to set all that grass on fire, right? Alright. So, boom. That happened. Percy's actually in a box, disabled, in here. They honestly thought you just straight had over because they didn't realize y'all cared for her. So their plan fell apart, but, you know, criminals sometimes not the brightest people. Joshua wasn't actually aligned with them. I was actually anticipating you guys would actually work with him and give him these guys if he'd leave Etta alone. But that negotiation didn't happen because, one, he was a dick, and two...
he was a dick.
and two, Matt came up with a better solution of, why don't we just make her a citizen?
Mm-hmm. That was a good idea.
All right? Mm-hmm. Which I'll have to admit, I didn't think of when I wrote the image. I was like, wow, I didn't think about that. I missed that big glaring plot hole.
And I didn't get chip
I gotta give that to him.
I didn't get chip for it either.
So that's why the firefight's gone the way it did. Going back more into the role playing of it now, we kind of have to wipe all this down.
But yeah, for future reference, by the way, any trained militiaman is going to know that you're out in the open, you get prone, and you stay prone until the enemy's dealt with. You present the smallest target possible. It also makes it easier to shoot because you're more stable. You basically create a...
But you did say you were taking the Connies with you, and the Connies are used to being high up and on horseback.
I didn't dispute that, but I did take...
Don't beat yourself up for it. Not a big deal. Okay, so a lot of the people aren't dead. They're just wounded.
Mm-hmm.
When I move them from the board, it's just that they're no longer in the fight, right? You've actually lost about 4 guys. The guys that were closest to the supermutant.
Still no.
Because you don't imagine a chain gun is...
Yeah.
A lot of them have pretty serious wounds, though. We basically want to rule deplete a lot of the party stim packs, saving these people.
That's what that is for.
Etta also can't do that forever. She don't have PowerPoints.
But it's good PR for her.
You just rig her up with a battery, and there you go. She can be a little.
But it's good PR for her.
And on the march back to town, as you guys are marching back to town.
After fixing Percy, so he can move.
After fixing Percy, so he said he can move. On the march back to town, people are cheering you and thanking you, all that kind of stuff, and you have basically a night celebration. What do you guys want to do? What do you want to celebrate? Where do you want to celebrate? Who with? How so?
Veronica's fixing up her goddamn shop and making sure Percy is 100%
Veronica spends the night
okay.
celebrating and knowing all possible suitors and getting back to business. That's my mom, capitalist to the bone.
And putting a LoJack in that damn robot.
Oh yeah, looking up tracking devices and all that.
Hide that thing deep
Yeah.
inside its innards.
Oh yeah.
What does the Padre do?
I'm going to church. Oh no, I'll celebrate with him.
Actually, you need to be finding out who. You need to get all these shopkeepers who ripped her
That's
off.
for another time.
So Padre goes celebrating and drinking.
Ah, screw Veronica. I want to get drunk.
You go celebrating and drinking with the sheriff?
With both of them.
Well, then you guys got to convince Veronica to get it, because Veronica's already stated that she's going to fix up her shop tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing things that a past that
You're not
a good preacher
drinking?
should not be seeing.
No. I can't get my shop back up and running. This is like every day it's closed, I'm losing cash.
We'll help you all tomorrow. Let's come out and do some drinking.
Yeah, but I gotta make sure they didn't fuck around with Percy too much.
We'll bring him along.
Oh, so I can like fix him while we're all like drinking and stuff. You know, alcohol and fixing robotics don't go along very well at all. Usually it results in like explosions.
Alright, well, you do what you gotta do then.
Cool.
Fair enough.
I'm rather glad you won't let me out of your sight, Mom.
Oh, you are staying right by me for a long, long while now.
This must be what it feels like to be wanted.
Good luck, Percy. God love you.
So you and Percy start putting together the shop. You two go and drinking. Give me some bigger rolls.
Who said anything about me going drinking? I'm going on top of the hill.
Okay.
Oh, I thought everyone was going drinking. Well, I'm just gonna go to the church. Bert,
So,
do you need to be held?
You walk up to the top of the hill. Okay. All right. So you walk up there, and she opens the door. She's looking up at you from a wheelchair. Didn't expect to see you back so soon.
Oh, here it comes.
Well, I'm just in a celebratory mood.
How celebratory.
Very.
Good, you brought the alcohol. We will pan the camera side left from that.
Celebratory, not celibate.
You're just going back to the church.
Yeah.
All right. So you
She's
just go back to the
fixing,
church.
He's humping, I'm just cleaning.
I will confess that leaves me in a little bit of a quandary. When you wake up the next morning, I was actually tempted to just go ahead and have a leave, but I guess she's going to stick around for a while. A mail station actually gets starting set up. You see a couple of people from the Lansing Post Office putting it up, as well as some of their writers. And when the writers see Etta, they keep following her around, like they're fascinated by her. You do that thing with their head that causes all their bones to rattle. A la Princess Mononoke. And eventually she gets to the point where she turns and goes, "What?"
Here's my bigger roll for the night.
And they kind of go,
Bonus.
and so you see her spending a lot of time with them. The writers will be in town occasionally. There's never more than like 2 of them in town at once.
Second roll.
The other thing we have going on that I'm going to put into the game is that you see the airfield out the military base gets constructed, and a public notice goes up for a town hall meeting about allocation of new funds. Specifically, there's a motion before Mayor Greenlee to go ahead and build a civilian airship airstrip. And some people are upset. And some people are upset about where he wants to put it, because it's going to be in some people's farms to the east of the town.
Of course.
Actually,
upset about that.
Actually, maybe we can compromise on that. Well, think about it. You only when you're farming. This is something I remember from farming, because I did do it at one time. You only use the field half the year. All you need for a airfield for an airship is basically a tall frickin' tower, which doesn't take up a whole lot of room to tie it to. All right. Put more than one tower and just rotate
Well, the main concern isn't necessarily putting the towers up for the ships to dock at. It's having roads and stuff for the people getting off the ships and cargo to get into town from there.
And the roads are make it easier to move the crops around and equipment.
If you want to try and make that sell, right, go right ahead. But let's all put this on the back burner for next week.
Yeah. I'm just thinking,
Let's
just try to think ahead on this one.
just do some quick conversation then, since we're ending the game session off and I got to leave in about 15.
Is it that late already?
Yeah, it's almost 9.
Shit. I didn't realize it was that late.
So let's do some quick conversation real quick about stuff. Goals and stuff. I think now I have pretty much what's started with, everybody's told me at some point what they want for their goals. I'm going to start making up a network map for you about where you have shops and where you're getting contacts from, as well as how you're getting business and information relayed to you.
Okay.
You obviously have actually done something I didn't think you would do. You started up an actual relationship with the radio show operator. So that's going to give me kind of a triangle between you, her, and the mayor to play with.
Yep.
Do you have any other intent for the town?
Well, like I said, right now I'm just trying to keep the balance going. I understand enough about politics that Marisol, if nothing else, provides a way for the population, especially the Connies, to vent, and therefore keeps unrest to a minimum. It's the old saying, the old military saying goes, as long as the troops are grumbling, everything's fine. Everybody gets
Happy
quiet.
sailors are grumbling sailors. Right.
So everybody gets quiet is when things get dangerous.
Okay.
So as long as she's bitching and people are bitching to her, they feel they got a voice,
Okay.
and I'm happy with that. On the other hand, I respect the mayor. Still don't like him,
You are starting to respect him.
but I am respecting him, and I understand where he's coming from, especially now.
So, Ray, as a priest, part of your job is not only to encourage the faithful, but to actually encourage them to make society better. The charity thing actually came out of my head. Do you have any ideas about how you might have Father Santiago pressure the town to care more about their fellow man?
And turn over the stuff that she's owed.
Yeah.
Can I give you both my blue chips to
I
get
don't want to
Veronica's
arrest
products
anybody.
back?
If they can just
what?
turn it
Get
over, I'll
Veronica's
keep
stolen
from having to
products
arrest people.
back if I give you both my blue chips.
If you didn't use them during the session,
Can I still give them to you for that then?
no.
What? Can I?
No.
We're still technically in session, though. And I didn't get a chance. Well, no, because James, seriously.
Okay.
I meant
Tell
to
you
do
what.
that before, but then you started gearing it over to the end, so I didn't get a chance to mention
Not a problem. I will let
The
you
one
trade
thing
in
you can
both
do
your
when
blue
you're at the game
chips
store is
to make
buy
a
individual
massive
dice.
2d6 bonus speech roll to the good people
What
of
do you
the town.
You actually
For
don't,
the
so
stuff
usually be like a big
I have
box,
to roll it?
small box where all kinds of different individual die in
You
there,
want me to roll speech?
and you just
Yeah,
buy
maybe like a
individual dice.
spot on
Fill out
Marisol's
your
radio
thing so you
show.
have enough.
Think about what it would be like if it happened to you.
Right.
Walking into your
Mix
home,
and match
seeing
the ones I
everything.
got.
I could be wrong. I
I
think
know.
it came out
Yeah,
very
the
well.
thing
What can I
is
say?
that, like for example,
So I'm
tonight
rolling
you needed
2d6
2 die 8,
on
you
top
only had
of-
1 die 8.
On top of your speech.
Oh, I
yes.
get what you're saying. Yeah,
And you
maybe,
needed 6 of different colors.
maybe I'll get the whole,
Instead of just buying,
buy a whole different set, but, or same set, different color.
see, the thing is, like, notice how he and I both have massive numbers of all kinds of types of die.
Yeah.
We do that because we buy individual dice.
18,
It makes it
20, 21.
We need.
Next time we're there,
Mhm.
I'll do that maybe.
So Veronica has a spot on the radio Marisol broadcast for her, and it gives some passion speech about imagine it'd be like if you woke up and all your possessions were gone and your home violated, blah, 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 blah. And people just start bringing stuff back. It just all starts showing back up on our
Yeah,
doorstep.
as I said, I didn't want to arrest anyone if I didn't have to. I've read enough westerns and I've studied about the West.
Because you scored so high, we'll say it actually all does reappear.
Okay, cool.
In answer to your question, I'm thinking maybe a kind of the,
Missing a pin.
something similar to Habitat for Humanity, or
Building
perhaps-
houses.
Yeah, or
That's a good idea because I put that tent city in the middle. There are a lot of people still living in tents.
yeah.
All right, kick that idea about how you propose that to the town, and when we start the next session, we'll start with a town meeting
Okay.
of you presenting this measure to the town to be debated and what they want to do with it.
Okay. I'll work on
All
that.
right.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the end of the session. I'm going to give everybody 3 XP, so you're halfway to the next level. And we'll call it that.